Hello, New Life embracers. I just want to jump on and talk a little bit about persona and our individuality. I've been doing a lot of work and in-depth work about individuality and individuation lately. So I wanted to bring a quick live video talking about our persona and how it relates to our personality, individuality. So our persona is our mask that we present to the world. It's a literal translation of mask, and it's the way that our self is portrayed to others in the world around us. This isn't our true self, unless one has, of course, spent an inordinate amount of time clarifying what our true self is and extricating the social conditioning from it. Even then, after we've done all of that work, we can find that it's not really appropriate in society to present our true self in our daily interactions and dealings with other people. Their consciousnesses just simply aren't ready to deal with a true self, a non-personified person interacting with them. If you think about all of our interactions, this is generally okay, because someone interacting with the world in their true self state generally flows amongst people. They move amongst people unnoticed, without a desire to influence other people in any way. So once we need to interact, though, we immediately apply a persona to ourselves, just in order to act in alignment with social requirements. Even simply purchasing, say, a sandwich in a shop requires us to switch into a consumerist persona in which we play the short game of the purchasing interaction. You know how this goes. Hi, could I get a cheese and pickle sandwich? Certainly, that'll be £2.30, please. Would you like anything else with that? Would you like coffee? We have it on offer at the moment in our lunchtime deal for only 50p extra. No, thank you. Just a sandwich will be fine. Okay, lovely. That'd be great. That's £2.30. Here's the money. Do you paying cashless? No, I've got cash today. Okay, thank you very much. Hand back the cash and you go, lovely, thank you, bye. And we turn away and we go. This whole game of transaction that we have just played out in millions and millions of repeats across the world, every hour, every day, is a persona that we have created to get us through that interaction. Now, it could be a sexual persona if we're attracted to the person that's serving us, or we can be irritated because work is getting at us, or life is getting at us, or we have to spend money on expensive sandwiches, and we can show an irritated persona. We can show the person that we're dealing with how irritated and angry we are. Not at them, but just how we are as a person. And this persona plays out during that interaction. Then we walk away with our sandwich and our persona changes again. Immediately our mind has changed to focus on something else. We've done that transaction. We want to move on and get working on something else. So our persona completely changes. And these true selves, when we switch away from these persona interactions, we try to begin to center ourselves. We center ourselves away from each of these personas. We've got these personas dotted around in at least 12 areas of our life that are all influencing us and pulling at us in different times and strengths. And when we center ourselves, we come back to that center place where we try and push these personas away, and we try and experience calm and clarity for what we are without of these competing demands of the external world. Now, when we center ourselves like this, we actually come back to our true selves. And those people amongst us that are true selves, higher true selves, they can switch in and out of these personas at will as they interact with the sort of society around them. Now, true self beings have a variety of personas to call on, and each one is chosen consciously in order to experience the most efficient interactions with other personas in the physical world around us. Now, on the flip side, we have a multitude of egocentric characters in the world amongst us who are fully imbibed in their social self-image, and they carry it from one situation to the next. These are unenlightened souls, and multiple personas in this level of unconsciousness is normally seen as mentally unstable, as having a multiple personality disorder. And yet society tends to proclaim these great characters as something to aspire to look up to emulate, while in fact the complete opposite is necessary in order to improve an individual's state of higher consciousness, to raise our energetic levels towards enlightenment. It's the very essence of enlightenment to denounce these persona masks and gain the flatitudinal capabilities of multiple personas as we move throughout our day. To be caught up in one persona, one identity that is not a true identity, is shutting off, is hiding ourselves from the true potential, the true capability that we have as individuals. And it's an effective mastery of this persona masking that gives the higher consciousness the capability to step out of reality, in quotations, and begin to form a sense of their true self, to begin to experience life in its wonderment of experiential development. So this is where we want to take our development in the path of identifying these personas that we use, knowing how we use them, mastering how we use them, and then learning to drop them away, put them back in our tool bag of life, so that when we come across an event, an experience that requires one of these personas to become more effective at dealing with that event, then we can snag them out of our toolbox, apply them, and use that persona in the most effective way for that interaction. So I hope you've enjoyed this discussion about persona and individuality. It's a deep subject and a lot of inner shadow work and archetypal understanding needs to go into pulling this out and developing this from us. But for now, I'll leave you with that brief description, and I look forward to hearing about your personas and about the way that you use them in life. Bye for now.